YouTube channel. My name is Shikemi Emiola. Today I'll be reviewing the movie 2 Weeks in Lagos. I'll start by rating the movie. Yes, I'm going to rate the movie a 2 over 10. And the first reason why I'm rating this movie a 2 over 10 is because of the costumes. The costume for me was really good. They tried the costume I tried with their costumes, their wardrobe. Let me say they call it wardrobe. So their wardrobe, the wardrobe in the movie, or whoever handled the wardrobe in the movie really tried. So that's why I'm rating it 2 over 10 in the first place. So moving on to continue my review. The title says 2 weeks in Lagos, but they ended up spending more than 2 weeks in Lagos. Like, first, I don't know why they would have titled it 2 weeks in Lagos when they actually didn't spend 2 weeks in Lagos. They could have found a different title for the movie. The storyline was like off key. You expect it to be like 2 weeks in Lagos and then 2 weeks in Lagos or something catchy. The catchphrase on that the movie was something about love story or something or 2 weeks love story in Lagos or something love story in 2 weeks in Lagos, something like that. That was the catch line under the movie title, and I'm like, one of these centers are so when you want to watch that type of movie, what you're expecting is to see like fun things in Lagos. Nothing. Like, there was no fun thing. They didn't show like any fun part of Lagos, like at all part of Lagos. Nothing. Okay, I'm moving to the storyline. The story was basically centered around like two friends. I can't even call them friends because he was saying that he didn't know what his friend, like he didn't know a lot about his friend. He didn't know his friend's son. So I can't even exactly call them friends. But he said they were friends. So two friends, they came to Lagos. They had a project to do, so they came to Lagos for 2 weeks. That's what according to the storyline was supposed to be. I don't know whether it was supposed to be 2 weeks or something like that. But they ended up spending more than 2 weeks. So in the story, we see them. They got to Lagos. His friend met his sister, started liking her, and all that kind of stuff. The girl had just got good. She wasn't really interested at first and all. Her storyline moved on. His friends went into politics. They wanted him to marry somebody's daughter. It's the person that was going to be the president, so that the father could be the vice president. Wanted him to marry the daughter. He didn't want to marry the daughter because he liked his friend's sister. Are you getting that the movie is stupid now? So, like, back to it, I had a problem with the makeup. The makeup in that movie was so terrible. Like, I'm not even joking. It was so terrible, like very bad. And then at the beginning of the movie, or at the beginning of the movie, your mom is coming to wake you up. Your mother is going to wake you up in the morning, and she already has her face made up to sit down in the house. And there were a lot of things that didn't make sense in the movie. They had makeup on their faces to be in the garden in the house. Like, why do you have makeup on your face in the garden? You want to cut flowers, and you have makeup on your face. Mother was in the kitchen, she had makeup on her face. A lot of things don't make sense in that movie. There were so many unnecessary parts. There was a part that they were showing AGK swimming in the pool. Like, he's swimming, so like he just showed us a part when he was swimming. I was even saying at first, because I went to see the movie with a friend, I was saying, oh wow, maybe they're showing us this part to show us like the house or something like that. But they still kept on showing us the house, like the other parts of the house. So that part was very unnecessary. There's a lot of unnecessary parts. There was a part that AGK he put his window down, he rolled down his window to buy gala in Lagos, and then it wasn't even gala, it was chips. And the guy actually said it's 100 naira per one. I've never heard that. If you ever buy anything in traffic in Lagos, you never hear somebody who is selling something to you in Lagos say per one. Like, how? And he now asked the guy that, did you go to school? The guy said no, he didn't go to school. And they will never give you nylon to buy one plantain chips. There's so many unrealistic. My problem with when you're writing a story for a movie, make it as realistic as possible so that I can put myself in it, like so that it will be like this happens in Lagos. It makes it be very relatable. Like, okay, they will give you nylon for buying one chips in Lagos. They will tell you per 100 naira per one. Like, where do we see all these things? Like, what is really happening? and you want to buy something in Lagos traffic, you really take your window all the way down. You would, I was surprised they didn't steal him. It was very like, I know the movie was two people actually got up in the cinema. Like 2 people, I went to watch it at IMAX cinema in Andrew Simi Eti, that film house, IMAX Andrew Simi Eti. And 2 people actually stood up and left the cinema like halfway into the movie because the movie was very I can't even man, there were so many unnecessary parts, pointless. The entire movie was pointless because they didn't have a solid story to make a movie. That's what I have to say. They didn't have a solid story to make a movie at all. Like there was a part that was like, your father is the father came in, he sat down at the table. I think we were having breakfast, and his father and mother were telling him about their political position and everything. And he was like, daddy, congrats, and he's shaking his daddy like, why are you not making these things relatable at all? Next thing he goes on to say that he wants you to marry daughter, and there was like no expressions, no like kind of feeling. I'm sorry to come out to say this or to say something like this, but then I had another problem. You know, for me, Toya Imako is like she's really into Yoruba acting. So like when you make Toya Imako speak English in a movie, it's just really difficult. She actually speaks good English, but I don't know. I think she's very used to that line. So seeing her speak English, there were sometimes that she had an accent. There were sometimes that she didn't have an accent. Accent was just going up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't know. The whole movie was just really sad. I can't even lie. Kidnapped her. You know, you're kidnapping somebody in broad daylight in front of her office. You're kidnapping somebody in broad daylight in front of their office. Nobody's passing at all. No one passed. Oh, no one passed. Oh, I just remembered there was another very extremely annoying part. There was a part that Lola was supposedly a event planner, so she had to pick up the wedding dress of the bride. She went to pick it up from a tailor. When she got to the tailor's place, the man was beating his daughter in front of the shop, and then he was like, he doesn't want the daughter again. I'm like, so now they are dashing children. Like, where do you hear that they're dashing children? Somebody's beating their child on the road, and you're like, no. He was like, he doesn't want the daughter anymore. He doesn't want daughter. Like, that was a very unnecessary part, quite alright. Very unnecessary. I don't even know what they were trying to drive at that point anymore. Because I was like, why are you chipping this into a story that is talking about love? Or that's your baseline law. You're chipping this into the story. The woman child collected the child. He said, he shouted that. I will give her away, that if you want her, you can take her. I'm tired of her. Or the woman who said, I want that she will take the child. I will take her. Leave her. Let me take her. And that's how they took. This girl could not be less than 7-year-old. She cannot be less than a 7-year-old. She's probably like a 7-year-old and 8-year-old. You took the child, and she was now telling Lolada's Bevinaya that she's going to rename the child name. A 7-year-old doesn't know her name. You just give her another name, and then she'll start answering to that name. First of all, you took a child. Like, that's how they used to dash children in Lagos. And now, that movie, no, 2/10 is even very high. Kind of like makeup, very pointless. There were so many times that oh my god, there was a time that the father had a party, a 6-year birthday party. He had a 6-year birthday party. That's Ejike's father. And there was a waiter that actually came in front of the camera. Like, I'm not joking, he came in front of the camera. Man, I thought Isoken was the worst movie I've ever seen in the cinema. This is the worst movie I've ever seen in the cinema. I would not say it was very hurtful. Like, it was hurtful that I wasted my time and money. Yes, time and money was wasted. That was the basic thing, actually. I just kept on laughing the entire thing. It was so crazy. It was so pointless. You're having a fashion show in the balcony. This balcony, I don't know, the entire movie was so... There were so many forced scenes. Like, they were having a conversation in the... two people were talking, like, okay, I'm talking to somebody, and 2 people are talking just right behind me. Like, so what I would like to tell everyone is, my advice to anyone, don't go and watch that movie. Don't. It's a waste of your time. It's like 2 hours plus. You're going to waste like 2 hours watching a very pointless movie. So my advice to anybody, if you love your time, if you value your time and your money, please don't go and watch 2 Weeks in Lagos. It's a very terrible movie according to my ratings. Like, it's very bad. There's nothing interesting about the entire movie. There's nothing that you should even look forward to in that movie. Honestly, I don't know how chose that movie, like to watch that movie. But anyways, I think I was the scapegoat. I went to watch it so that I can tell anyone who is watching this video is that please don't waste your time in watching 2 Weeks in Lagos. It's a very terrible movie. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this YouTube video, and I hope you like it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share these videos with your friends and your family so that they can know to not watch 2 Weeks in Lagos. Share with your friends, your family. Thank you. See you next time in my next video. Bye.